Welcome to Free Spanish Lessons, Lesson 12, the present continuous in Spanish. Lección 12, el presente continuo en español. The present continuous is used for events that are occurring at or around this particular moment in time, or to indicate that something is temporary, to talk about changing situations, and also to talk about plans for the future. In English, we use the verb to be as an auxiliary verb and the present participle of the principal verb. For example, I am working. As you can see here, the verb to be has a form depending on the subject, and the principal verb has the termination ing. In Spanish, we also use the verb to be with a particular form depending on the subject, and the principal verb must be conjugated. We already studied the conjugation of the verb to be in lesson 6, and we are going to study the conjugation of the principal verb now. As you can see here, we have the verb to love, amar, and the termination of this verb is ar. Then, to form the present continuous, you need to change ar with ando, amando. And here is the form of the verb to be as we already studied. Yo estoy amando, I am loving. Tú estás amando, you are loving, or usted está amando. Él está amando, he is loving, ella está amando, she is loving, and so on. If you have a verb that has the termination er, you change it with yendo, temiendo. Yo estoy temiendo, I am fearing. Tú estás temiendo, you are fearing, or usted está temiendo. Él está temiendo, he is fearing, and so on. And finally, for the verbs ending in ir, you change it with yendo, same as we do it with temiendo, partiendo. Now we are going to work with our tool that is available for download, and let's go to the verbs section. You can see here that I have put in yellow all the present continuous conjugations for the verbs that we have been studying in the previous lessons. And now we can go to the general sentence sections and start practicing with the sentences that we saw. So, we have the verb to depart, partir, and we are going to make this sentence. I am departing on a journey. You can copy here, I am departing on a journey, and first you need to choose the right person. So it is first person that can be I or we, and when I choose plural, it's nosotros. If it is plural and female, nosotras, and in this case is singular, and for male or female it's always the same, yo. Second, I need to choose the verb to depart, which is partir. You see the no here because it is set as negative, then this is an affirmative sentence, the no disappears, and I have yo estoy partiendo, I am departing. On a journey, I need to go to objects, find on a journey here, and it will bring the Spanish part, de viaje. I am departing on a journey, yo estoy partiendo de viaje, but it is not a question. So I am going to set this as no. Yo estoy partiendo de viaje, I am departing on a journey. So we have the first sentence. The second sentence, to drink, beber, you are drinking a lot. Let's copy and paste. You are drinking a lot. This is second person, singular. It doesn't matter if you talk to a male or a female. You say tú or usted. You, the verb to drink, you are drinking, tú estás bebiendo, or usted está bebiendo. And the object is a lot. Let's go here. Let's select a lot. And we have, tú estás bebiendo mucho, usted está bebiendo mucho. You're drinking a lot, tú estás bebiendo mucho. To eat, comer. She is eating a sandwich. Let's paste here, she is eating a sandwich. Let's choose third person, singular, female, ella. If I chose male, él. Female, ella. To eat, ella está comiendo. She is eating, and the object is sandwich. She is eating a sandwich. Ella está comiendo un sándwich. Ella está comiendo un sándwich. Now, let's continue with the other sentences. He is finishing his homework. Then, the subject is third person, singular male. He, él, is finishing. We choose the verb to finish. He is finishing. Él está acabando. And the object would be his homework. Here, his homework. He is finishing his homework. Él está acabando su tarea. I can copy here and bring this sentence to my Word document. And I'm gonna set blue color. Él está acabando su tarea. Now, to have, tener. They are having a rough day. They're having a rough day. It's third person, but plural. Check that if I choose male, ellos. If I choose female, ellas. To have, tener. Now I have, ellas están teniendo, they are having, and the object, a rough day. They are having a rough day. Ellas están teniendo un día difícil. Let's come here, paste, and I'm going to copy the format. Okay, now let's continue with this sentence. To listen, escuchar, we are listening to the radio. Let's copy. Let's come here. We are listening to the radio. It's first person, plural. If it is female, nosotras. If it is male, nosotros. Then to listen, nosotros estamos escuchando. To the radio, let's choose to the radio in objects. The radio and to the radio. To the radio. We are listening to the radio. Nosotros estamos escuchando la radio. Let's come here. Copy this format. Paste it here. And we can go for the next one. To live, vivir. You are living a good life. Let's copy here. Let's paste. You are living a good life. It's second person. And it can be plural or singular. For plural, ustedes or vosotros. For plural, female, ustedes or vosotras. We use in Colombia ustedes, and in Spain they use vosotras. And for singular, it can be tú or usted independently if it is male or female. So, you're living a good life. Let's say it's a group. Ustedes. Then we choose the verb to live, vivir. Ustedes están viviendo or vosotros estáis viviendo. And I need to choose a good life. Ustedes están viviendo una buena vida. Vosotros estáis viviendo una buena vida. I'm gonna copy, paste here. I'm gonna copy the format and I'm going to put in black how they use it in Spain. Vosotros estáis viviendo una buena vida. Ustedes están viviendo una buena vida. Okay, let's continue. Are you loving her? Are you loving her? Then you, first person, singular, male. Are you loving her? The verb to love. Are you loving? Tú estás amando or usted está amando. ¿A quién? A ella. Then I need to select her. And in this case, which is something that we will study later, you put la. In Spanish, she is ella, or at the end of the sentence, la. Amando la. Like in English, for example, she is, you love her. Ella es, tú la amas. Ok. Tú estás amándola, usted está amándola. Then I need to set this as question. And as we already know, when we use the quotation marks in Spanish, we need to change the intonation of the phrase and use a higher pitch at the end. So if you are asking, are you loving her? You say in Spanish, ¿tú estás amándola? ¿Usted está amándola? Okay, now let's copy this. Let's come here. And I'm gonna copy the format. And I am going to put in black usted, which goes with está amando. So you have tú estás amándola or usted está amándola. Let's go for the next one. To play instruments, tocar. You are not playing that instrument well enough. You are not playing that instrument well enough. Let's keep the same subjects. Let's choose to play instruments, tocar. Then you are playing, tú estás tocando. You are not playing, you set this as negative. Tú no estás tocando, usted no está tocando. And that instrument well enough, the objects, let's choose it here. That instrument well enough. You are not playing that instrument well enough. I need to set the question as not. It is not a question. Tú no estás tocando ese instrumento lo suficientemente bien. Usted no está tocando ese instrumento lo suficientemente bien. Then I am going to copy, paste here. Let's copy and paste the format. Then you know that usted goes with está. Tú no estás tocando ese instrumento lo suficientemente bien. Usted no está tocando ese instrumento lo suficientemente bien. Now, let's go with to play sports or games. They are not playing good today. Let's suppose we are talking about a volleyball team or something like that. They are not playing good today. Let's copy. Let's paste here. They are not playing good today. So it is third person, plural. Let's say it's a female volleyball team. It's negative, so then now it's okay. We choose the verb to play games, sports or games, jugar, and they are not playing, ellas no están jugando. And the object, good today, let's choose good today. Ellas no están jugando bien hoy. They're not playing good today. Ellas no están jugando bien hoy. Let's copy and paste. Let's copy the format and save. To sleep, dormir. Now we have a negative question. Aren't they sleeping? Let's copy here. Aren't they sleeping? So they, plural, let's say male group, ellos. We have the negative no, to sleep, for dormir. Aren't they sleeping? So what I need to do is to set this as question. Aren't they sleeping? Ellos no están durmiendo. And we remove the objects. Let's choose this empty one. Ellos no están durmiendo. Aren't they sleeping? Let's copy and paste here. And finally, to watch. Ver. Isn't he watching the new show? So let's copy here. Let's bring it here. Isn't he watching the new show? So the subject is third person, singular, male. Él. It is negative. No. Here is the negative. Watching. To watch. Isn't he watching? And the object, the new show. Well, I don't have the new show here. Oh no, yeah, I have. The show now. No, I don't have the new show. So I go to objects. I add a line within this gray area and the new show. The new show. El nuevo programa. Then I can go back to general sentences and pick the new show. The new show. Isn't he watching the new show? ¿Él no está viendo el nuevo programa? So let's paste here and paste the format, and we have finished our sentences. Now I am going to show you how to introduce a new verb. I have prepared a tutorial to introduce a new verb. So first of all, you need to choose the verb you want to work with. Let's say, for example, to work. Second, find the Spanish word for this verb. So you can do it with any dictionary. I can go to Google Translate and I can type work here, and I get from English to Spanish, trabajar. Then I can go back to the presentation and add the Spanish at the end to work, trabajar. Or find out if the verb is regular or irregular. So I can type here, for example, trabajar es regular or irregular. El verbo trabajar tiene una conjugación verbal regular. So we know it's a regular verb. Let's continue. If it is an irregular verb, you need to insert the conjugation of each person since the verb does not follow a rule. If it is a regular verb, you can copy all the lines of a verb that has the same termination and change the root. So let's do that. Let's come here to the menu. Let's go to the part of verbs, and you see all the verbs here. So first of all, what I need to do is to insert a new verb. Let's go to list here, and I am going to insert to work, trabajar. Okay, and I can sort A to Z here and go back to verbs. So trabajar ends in ar. So I need to choose any verb that is finishing with ar. It can be this one. I can copy and insert the copied cells, and I am going to put them in green color. Okay, now what I need to do is to change the root of the verbs because the terminations are the same in all tenses because it's a regular verb that ends the same. So let's do it here with an Word document, for example, and we have trabajar. I'm gonna make this bigger, and I am using acabar. So the termination is ar. Then what I'm going to do is to use the search and replace tool in Excel, and I am going to change acab with trabaj, which means acabar without the ending and trabajar without the ending. And this will put all the terminations that I already have for the verb acabar to the verb trabajar. Let's do it here. You choose these 4 lines, you find and replace acabar without r with trabajar without r. Replace all, and now we have all the conjugations for the verb trabajar. Now I need to choose the right verb here because you change acabar and the replacement is trabajar, but you have to finish here. So I need to choose the verb trabajar, to work, and copy and paste. And now I have all the conjugations in the tenses that we have already studied for the verb trabajar. So let's check it. For example, in future tense, yo trabajaré, tú trabajarás, él trabajará, ella trabajará, and so on. For present continuous, yo estoy trabajando, tú estás trabajando, and so on. Now, as I have already inserted all the conjugations for this verb, I can go back to general sentences and I can say, I am working on this. I am working on this. It's first person, singular, yo. I am going to set this sentence as affirmative, and it is not a question. And I have, I am working, yo estoy, I need to choose the verb to work, yo estoy trabajando, and in the objects, I can insert a line here on this. And esto. We are going to sort A to C, general sentences. I am working on this, yo estoy trabajando. Let's choose on this. En esto. I'm working on this, yo estoy trabajando en esto. Okay, friends, this is the end of this lesson. I hope that you have enjoyed it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and share. Hope to see you in the next lesson. Bye.